videos, be sure to like and subscribe. I was going to do a list of the top things that you should bring with you when you ride your motorcycle. So a couple things that you should always bring with you, always keep on your bike. Necessity items. Number one, I talked about in a video previously on what you should do before you ride. The tire gauge. Get a good tire gauge and throw it in that toolkit that comes with your bike. If your bike does not have the toolkit that should have come with it from the factory, get one of those manufacturer toolkits. It has the basic tools that you need for your bike, and then purchase that tire gauge, such as this one right here, and stick it in there. That way, if you're out on an extended trip, like you come up to North Carolina, you want to do some of the routes I posted on best places to ride in North Carolina, which if you guys haven't seen that video, you should check it out. We've got some really good roads here, and I'm going to be doing those routes once we get more into summertime. And I can actually get some of my friends to, you know, like get off their nests and join me. So, tire gauge and the toolkit. We'll put those two together. That's one item you should always have. Another item that I consider a necessity is your proper identification, insurance, and registration cards. I usually put those inside of a little Ziploc bag, and then I fold it so that I write on the bag ID and emergency contact, and I write the name, my wife's name, her phone number, how to get in touch with her, the relationship. And I also have a copy of emergency info in my wallet, of course, but you should always keep something like that on your motorcycle. God forbid you need it, but if there is an accident or something happens, people need to know how to get in touch with someone in case of an emergency. And I usually, you know, like I said, put that in a Ziploc bag, and then I attach it under the little band that holds the toolkit in place, just like this. And that's just for, not just for me, for my peace of mind to keep on my motorcycle, but it makes my wife feel better. Knowing that if something happens and I'm not able to call, she can be informed that something's happened. And that leads me up to your cell phone. You should always take your phone with you, just in case you have a breakdown, an accident, and hey, maybe you just want to call your buddy and say, hey, you know, come join me. And with technology we have now on smartphones, you have all this technology condensed into one tiny device. You have a GPS on there if you need it. Put a good app on there. Waze is a great GPS app. It's free. It's a community hosted program. It's WAZE. If you haven't heard of it, check it out. It's both, you know, Google Play and iPhone. Any smartphone, I'm sure they have the app. But your cell phone is very important. If you need to contact somebody, you'll have it. It's pretty common sense, but I wanted to throw it out there. Some other things that you may want to bring along with you. If you think you're going to go out riding for an extended amount of time, bring some cash with you. You know, how much you bring, that's up to you. If you're going to be riding around toll roads or anything like that, you know, throw some cash in there and you'll have that if you need it. And there's a lot of places still out in the world, especially here in western North Carolina, back out in the middle of nowhere. If you're doing some exploration, the stores and gas stations do not take debit or credit cards. I know, amazing to some of you younger folks, but there are a lot of places places that will only still take cold hard cash. So you should carry some of that around with you, just in case. I mean, if you want to carry around a huge bankroll, you know, go right ahead. But I'm just telling you, you know, 20, 40 bucks, usually more than you'll need. Something else that you could use as during the summer, how about a small tube? Oh yeah, this is always terrible washed out right here. Hey, it's not so bad today. Some sunscreen. During the summertime, maybe you don't want to use your jacket. That's up to you. Throw some sunscreen in your motorcycle. Your body will thank you later. Because there's nothing worse than getting home at the end of the day and you're like, yeah, man, I feel great, good ride. And as soon as you hop in the shower, you go to screaming because you realize how bad the back of your neck got burnt. So sunscreen, it's always great to carry. And something else for your personal safety, I really don't. This, you know, I guess could be something I'd throw in mind, but if you have a loud bike exhaust, such as I do now, throw a small pair of earplugs in your bike. If you go on a couple hour ride, the droning might get on your nerves. Instead of throwing the baffle in the exhaust, pop those bad boys in your ears. It'll save you some hearing damage later. I already have a little bit of hearing damage and tinnitus. You know, that's just good. God, that road, whew, bad. Man, the road's gotten worse. But I've already got a little bit of hearing damage. It's just the side effects of being in a rock band as a teenager up through my 20s. Loud rock music will do it, but hey, I love it. So that's just the basic couple things that you can keep under the seat in your bike, you know, except maybe not the cash. I don't know if I'd leave cash stashed in there, but you know, throw you a few dollars in your pocket. Everything else can be packed away in a nice, tidy little container. You know, maybe you need a little first aid kit if you can fit it in there. If you can, good. There are a lot of things that you could take. I know everybody's going to have a little suggestion. Pop it down in the comments. It's great. The more stuff you suggest, especially for people that are just getting into motorcycles and learning and, you know, may not think about these common items. It helps everybody out. Put it down below. If you enjoy my videos, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.